All right, listen, what we've been waiting for. You know, I just want to tell you, I want to put this into perspective. Eric, the actor, I try to always get him work. And everyone always makes fun of me for, you know, trying to do this for Eric. But I like doing it. I enjoy it. I like these situations. So John Strauss, who's the executive producer of In Plain Sight, which is the Mary McCormick vehicle on USA Today. And by the way, this guy John Strauss is no slouch. I mean, this is a guy probably could have retired. He wrote Something About Mary. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay. He also wrote, what was the other movie? Oh, he wrote all the Tim Allen Santa Claus series. So that you're talking about
wonderful.
heavy.
I love all those movies.
This guy's a major player. And now he's negotiating with Eric the actor.
Now, because he liked us.
Right. Because he wanted to do something he thought would be fun.
He's in a nightmare.
Let me get John on the phone.
Eric, the ridiculous midget.
John, you there?
Howard, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, you can't say I didn't warn you. I told you this was going to all backfire on you and you were going to hate it.
You were absolutely correct.
Right. All right. At this point, let me explain to you John's dilemma. He wants to come through and give Eric the part. But Eric has written a letter that has many, many different demands. And
it would make J-Lo blush.
Right. Right. The J-Lo's like, who's Eric's representative? I want him. And so, and now we're talking about a part that is 4 lines that I assume would take less than a day to shoot. Am I correct?
You are absolutely right.
Right. This is something called, you know, a quickie.
Right.
But believe it or not, the part that John is offering, Eric, is integral to the script, and they do really need to get, you know,
they need those lines said, and some character has to say them.
And they're planning on shooting in February, and I think
January.
So the kind of time is running out.
Now we're running out of time.
They need a commitment either way that Eric's going to be there. They can't just replace him, you know, in 3 seconds.
Yes. Sadly, the part is integral, and we are getting close to having to, you know, make a decision. And if we don't resolve this whole thing, I think on this phone call, In Plain Sight is going to go down in flames.
Yeah.
Because I don't have enough hours anymore to be dealing with this.
How many, since you've sort of had this fun idea, which I told you would not be fun, since you had this fun idea to put Eric the actor in your show, how many hours would you say you've devoted to this? Seriously. I mean, just like worrying and dealing with him. And
I told Gary, I mean, literally there have been nights when I've awakened in the middle of the night worrying about, is this really going to go down? And am I going to have to hire a backup actor? And I've got my staff working on the travel arrangements and all the different options. I mean, it has to be.
You mean there is? This must be the bizarre world, because somewhere there's a staff working on Eric the actor's.
Right.
You know, now I would say when you usually hire somebody for a 4-line part, they're not only grateful, but you don't really spend that much time devoted to them because really it's not the most high priority. Am I correct?
Dude, I don't spend any time on a 4-line role. I'm the showrunner, which means I run the show.
Right.
I have about 30,000 things to do during the day, including approving stories, supervising scripts.
Eric has nothing to do all day.
I mean, but make demands.
But this, I mean, I don't think I have ever negotiated a contract for a 4-line role in my entire career. So this is new ground.
And most people, when you first got the letter from Eric, the latest letter I'm talking about, you thought it was a joke, right?
I absolutely thought it was a joke.
Right, you thought it was funny.
I really thought it was a joke.
All right, there were many demands, including sodas and whether Arby's and McDonald's, if there would be a masseuse. There was also a jacuzzi request. There was also a co-star credit on a solo card.
I think my favorite one was script approval, script and story approval.
How about absolutely no last-minute script changes? Three exclamation marks. And he also he wants to be protected from any dangerous wildlife.
Yes, we're working on that one.
Have you cleared there?
Yeah, have you cleared that? And also is interested in you moving the production to San Francisco.
Yeah, if it's a recurring role.
I think that was my favorite.
Right, okay. Favorite, yeah. All right. So, anyway, as you can see, number one, let me review. John Strauss is a major player. You wrote the screenplay Something About Mary, am I correct?
With my partner, Ed Decter, yes.
Yeah. Now, that's a major... You probably could have retired after that, I would think.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
All right.
Yeah, you're sorry you lived to see this?
Yeah, I never thought I'd live to see this day, and here we are.
And Tim Allen's Santa Claus series, I mean, that was a very lucrative job, right?
It was a wonderful thing, and I did not have to negotiate any 4-line parts.
Right, and you wrote that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowee. Why are you even working on In Plain Sight?
You know, we were fans of the show, and we love the folks at USA Network, and we met with Mary, and she's just wonderful, as you know.
Right.
And it just kind of fell together.
Okay, all right.
He used to have fun at this job, is what he said.
And you liked it up until a couple of weeks ago.
Up until about a month ago, I was having a great time.
Now, Eric, do you think that John Strauss is making any of this up? You see how you turn people off.
Well, first of all, Howard, do you have problems with your glasses? Look who sent that email.
Johnny Frado.
I didn't.
Yeah, but it's coming from you.
Email.
I interviewed you yesterday, or a couple of days ago, Monday, and you indicated that all of these things were things that you approved.
But really, legitimately, I didn't.
All right, Eric, let me explain the world to you. John Strauss is on the phone. Normally, a guy with 4 lines would never get on the phone with John Strauss. The guy's got, you hear his credits. This is a fucking major player. You understand? Sorry, John, I got to talk turkey to this guy. All right, look. This guy's a major player. I got you hooked in. This is a guy you don't want to piss off. This is a guy you want to impress. If you really
don't now blame this on Johnny, because he represents you.
Right.
He came up with that bullshit. I didn't.
All right. Let's get down to it. I've got you on the phone, Eric, the actor, with John Strauss.
I even told him to get rid of half that bullshit, and he still didn't get rid of it.
All right. Fair enough.
Which parts can we just throw out then?
Yeah. Let me go through them. And before I get you involved in a conversation with John, okay. You want to know how long you will be gone for and what the dates you need to be there. That's a fair request, right?
Yes, because I have a doctor appointment. I just looked at my calendar on the 19th.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to get an answer on that one.
All right, well, we might have a problem right there.
Oh.
Eric, how's it going? Okay, so here are the dates. We're shooting the episode January 18th through the 27th. There is 1 day of work. I do not know which day yet, because we're still far enough out that we don't know the exact day you're shooting, but that is the period of time. It could be one of those days, the 18th through the 27th.
Hey, you might get lucky and he'll back out right now, John.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We could, yes, I have I have answers to all these things. We could stop right now. Gary said I was a nice guy. I'm not that nice.
Yeah, Eric, let's work this out. I would think that you should say to John, make a commitment now that you can move your doctor's date if need be, and that you're free between the 18th and the 27th. Do you agree to that?
Let me look.
All right. Hold on,
he's looking at his calendar.
I'm working through this.
Yeah, I could probably move it to the 26th.
Well, that's
still in the window,
Eric, let me ask you a question.
Well, yeah, I know that is.
Yeah. Do you think that you can make sure you're free between the 18th and the 27th? I mean, cancel your doctor's appointment, put it off like to the 28th or the 17th.
Or I will let you, as we get closer.
That doctor runs his clinics on Thursdays.
I see. So you were saying, John.
Yeah, what I'm saying is as we get closer, as we get, say, 2 weeks out, I might be able to give you a very specific day.
That's called a hard date, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a hard date.
A hard date.
It's very good. Yeah. If you want to wait to cancel it until we get a little closer, you can do that. But I have to have you available.
How's that, Eric? You agree to that? In other words, you might still be able to make your doctor's appointment on the 19th, but in case not, you'll be free.
You might have to
move it.
Okay, so then the other part, what I'll do is I'll just automatically tomorrow call my oxygen company and order the needed thing, so that way that will be settled by that.
All right, you're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead, and by the way, you handle that. Don't bother John with your oxygen.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
That was going to be handled by either myself or my parents, because it has to be done through our medical coverage.
All right, good. All right, here we go. All right, so you got that covered. How much is he going to be paid?
All right, let me actually, if you don't mind, could I jump in with the travel issue, because there are a couple of options. This is part of what the staff has been working on for the last several weeks. You have two travel options, Eric. You can drive, in which case you'd be paid for 5 days of work, because even though you're shooting for 1 day, they actually pay for travel days. So we're figuring 2 days to drive there, 1 day of work, 2 days to drive back. So that's 5 days of pay.
What's the bottom line on how much money is that?
Well, it's roughly about, you probably end up clearing about $3,000.
Wow.
SAG weekly scale is a little over $2,800 plus overtime. 4 travel days, it works out to about $3,000. That's a lot of money.
And it says here in the letter, if it's only SAG scale, he says he won't do it.
Forget it.
Well,
Eric, do you agree to that fee? It's like $3,000. Do you want to drive or do you want to fly?
Well, okay. Thing is, with our van, my dad's a bit of a
here we go.
Let's say again.
My dad's a bit of a mileage Nazi with this van.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so driving would be okay, but have to kind of avoid somehow using the vehicle that we've got.
Could you rent a vehicle?
That could be an option.
All right, well, that's an additional expense that I'll have to, that'll be another 3 days of work for us figuring that out. But
have you ever gone through anything like this for a guy for a 4-line shoot?
I hope I never have to do this again as long as I live.
This is crazy.
The other option, by the way, Eric, would be flying, and that's 3 days total. So 1 day travel, 1 day shooting.
How about that, Eric? Why not fly there?
Well, what is the bottom line? Okay. Eric really wants to know.
Oh, yeah. What? So how much money would you get?
That's 3 days of work, so, you got to figure it's going to be, I don't know, $2,000, something like that total. The flight options, by the way, there is no direct flight from Sacramento to Albuquerque. They do have flights that stop without having to deboard, and you'd fly through L.A., Las Vegas, Phoenix, San Diego, or Denver.
Well, what else has he got to do?
Might be on a bus.
Right. What do you say, Eric? You want to fly or you want to drive?
Now, flying would be good.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, this is airline rules, not mine. Airlines like to have 30 days advance notice if a passenger is traveling with oxygen.
So it's okay.
I think you're driving.
You know what? So give him 30 days notice. Oh, I see, because you don't know what day. He doesn't know what day, yeah. You just drive. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, next, Eric wants to know, will he receive residuals for multiple airings of this episode?
Not up to us. That's a SAG issue, Screen Actors Guild. You, of course, will get residuals. The formula is simply that you get about the same amount of money. You get a little over $2,800 for the first rerun, and after that, the payment varies from 50% to 25% up to that scale.
So the answer is yes.
You do get residuals. It's not negotiable. It's not up to us.
Right. Does that satisfy you, Eric?
Yes, and the reason why I asked, I'm a viewer of the USA Network, and I noticed that their shows air, like, originally, and then after, like, Monday Night Raw or...
All right, okay, so, all right, very good.
Okay, so you got your answer.
Eric, are you in SAG?
Yes, I am.
You are? Okay, good, good. Well, that's great. That helps.
Of course he's in SAG. He's Eric the actor.
Hey, sorry.
All right.
Didn't mean to
please, no disrespect to Eric right now.
Sorry.
All right. Will there be a masseuse on the set?
No.
All right. That's a hard no.
Now, is that a deal breaker?
Eric, no. Is that a deal breaker?
No, I'll just have to make sure I be careful about my hip and my knee.
All right. Okay. John, I'm embarrassed to ask you this. Is there an Arby's or McDonald's close to the set? If not, will there be a runner available to drive as far as needed to go there?
Can you imagine now he's had to go out and look for Arby's? And
Have you scouted the local Arby's and McDonald's?
All right, so here's the thing. We don't know exactly where the set is yet. Sometimes we have a studio facility, so sometimes we shoot in a soundstage, but sometimes we shoot on location. We don't know where the particular location is going to be, although I will say this is New Mexico, not Somalia, chances are there will be a McDonald's or an Arby's somewhere.
But you're not willing to commit to knowing it. Eric.
Is there also food on the set?
Of course there is.
Yeah, there's food everywhere. But again, I'm certain there's a McDonald's. There's McDonald's everywhere, and we have PAs.
All right, let me handle this.